Hello and welcome to another Speedy Clark production. So, interesting one today. Today is an endurance ride, just zone 2 to zone 3. Zone 3 on the climbs if on the road, or maybe a few intervals of zone 3 when on the machine. So, first of all, you may be wondering why I am on the turbo trainer when it's clear blue sky and absolutely gorgeous outside, and it's an endurance ride. Perfectly good explanation for that. So it was -4 where I live last night, and it's currently -2. Check out picture footage from the phone weather. Now, I don't want to go out on the road and risk a crash on black ice, or putting in some power, back wheel slipping and crashing over. So I had to do quite a lot of driving yesterday, and there was not one single gritter out, and from what I've visually seen on the road outside the house, there hasn't been any grit outside, so it's not really supposed to go above freezing where I am today, and as I say, it's currently -2, hence the winter gear in the garage and the ice in the window. So I need to ride the bike early this morning, and so I've got some commitments later today, and also family time obviously, which is the priority. So check out how nice today is, but also the reason why I'm not riding on the road despite it being so nice with the ice outside. So okay, so we've transitioned over from training to show you outside now, although it looks like a beautiful amazing day. Check that out, it looks awesome, doesn't it? It is actually -2 still. I don't know if you can see that there. I'll screenshot coming up. Boop. So yeah, it's -2. The road that I've walked along to get here, actually, or transitioned along, if we want to be smart about it, in the video, the artwork of videos, is still covered in ice. There's been no evidence of any gritter machines around here, so I'm currently banging out my turbo session at the moment. At the end of the session, I'm currently riding as we're speaking, because I've projected myself out over here obviously, and you know, to try and take away the pain. I'll have covered 53 miles in 2.5 hours and an average speed of just over 21 miles an hour, with a training stress score of 182, along with an average heart rate of 165 BPM. So mixing it up, you know, with some efforts in. So yeah, bit of a brutal one. Sunday is actually my last training day of the week, depending on how you guys split your weeks up using Training Peaks. And tomorrow it is a massage courtesy of NJG Massage Therapies. I always struggle to say J and G for some reason, I don't know why. Always done that. So big thanks, Norma, for that tomorrow. So I'll get that sports massage tomorrow, and that'll sort myself out, because I seem to have a tight left hip, a little bit of pain in my left knee, and just tightness in my back, neck, shoulders. So all that'll be fixed tomorrow, as it always is, because I get really good service there. And I'll be back on track again to kick off the rest of the week, back training on the Tuesday. So it's all good. It's all good. So for some of you people out there that think, just get out on the road, it'll be fine, what are you talking about? Been there, done it, and I've still got the scars to show where I've crashed due to black ice, not being able to see it, rattling along the road thinking everything's hunky-dory, all it takes is water off the field, frozen, whatever. Now, I've been off the bike 9 weeks this year already, as you'll have known from my previous films, because of illness and 5 weeks off work, which is not ideal in the rat race. So, top tip, never put all your eggs in one basket, however you take that. So, the reality, without this sounding depressing, but the reality is, we're all just a number at the end of the day. We all have an expiry date, just like food. As some of you may know, I work in the food industry. Great products, but everything has an expiry date, you know, and a life date. So we all have that. So it doesn't matter how good we think we are. The harsh reality is we can always either be replaced or, you know, we drop off in terms of form if you're a professional cyclist or cycling to a high level. So, you know, I like to mix things up and do a variety of different things, but the bread and butter is obviously the full-time job, along with the other projects that all of you will be aware of that watch my channel that I do and take part in. So, you know, you need to keep your options open. I certainly don't want to be having any more time off, A, the bike, and B, work. So, you know, or my full-time job anyway that takes 40 hours plus per week. So, you know, so you have to take these things into consideration, especially when you're supporting a family and various things like that. So, just a top tip, I don't want to go off topic too much, just a top tip, you know, think of things before you do them. So, I'm currently doing the turbo session, the brutal hard turbo session at the moment, as a substitute, and I say it's better bang for buck, to be honest, than being on the road, you know, depending on what you're wanting to do. If you're just going out for a social coffee ride and go and do that, I'm not. I've got some specific goals and objectives and training plans, so I get better value being on the turbo and going through the sessions. But check this out, okay? So this is where I live. I'm literally 5 minutes walk from my house. I'm not going to show you exactly where my house is, but I'm 5 minutes walk from my house, which is past those trees over there. And I am very, very lucky and privileged to live where I live, have the house that I have and the family that I have and the support that I get from my family and my friends and my work colleagues, etc., to allow me to do everything that I want and like to do. You know, it doesn't matter how much you love something, you always have a down day or something always gets in the way, but I like to think, you know, I'm pretty lucky with everything I do. Everything I do it because I want to do it. I don't do it because I'm forced into doing it, or you know, you have to make money obviously, but I am pretty lucky because, yeah, no, you do get some bad days, but I'm pretty lucky because I get to make the money and doing things that I kind of quite enjoy. So, you know, that's a good thing. Some people aren't as lucky as that, so count your lucky stars. Especially when the turbo session I'm doing at the moment is hurting, and I'm having this little conversation with myself in my mind at the moment. So this is me in the mind, trying to divert the pain for the turbo session, but unfortunately now we need to transition back to the pain of the turbo session and get it done and finished to see the end result. So on with the session. So as you can see, it's a beautiful, amazing day. It's absolutely freezing. Temperature's not the problem for me out on the bike. Just laid up wear the winter clothing, but it's the risk of crashing on ungritted roads. And because we've had a lot of water, and the way the fields are and the water running off the fields, all that's frozen. So I really don't want to have an accident through stupidity. And to be brutally honest, you know, if you're all about going to the cafe, socialising, that's excellent. That's why I love cycling. You know, I race, like doing records, competing, but that's why I love cycling. Social aspect, great company, chilling out. but for the training I'm doing at the moment, to get the adaptations, that's a waste of time for me personally. Currently where I'm at the moment, we're coming back to build back fitness and winter training plan. So because I've got a number of commitments, I need to get the biggest bang for buck, and that means slogging it out in the turbo trainer to get specific adaptations. I can go and do a 2.5 hour ride on the road, and 50% of that may be at a backed off pace if you're in a group or going downhill, whereas 2.5 hours in the turbo, I'm always in my specific training zone band of power and heart rate, and I utilise that full 2.5 hours. Whereas probably to get that equivalent of those 2.5 hours in the turbo, you'd be looking at a good 4 hours on the road, you know, and kind of effectively half your day, depending on when you leave, gone. But now that the clocks have just changed, winter's coming, the temperatures, for where I live, because of the height of where I live, you know, I have to leave later because of the risk and the danger on the roads with weather. So it's not practical for me, so turbo, and that'll give me the most efficient adaptations for my training time through the week. Using Training Peaks Express Cycle Coaching. Now I will be fueling myself as ever with Caliva. Caliva Energy Products. Thanks again, Caliva, for the continued support with Team Blanco Enduro. Awesome, thank you for that. And alright, let's see what's going on later on in the run. Catch up shortly. Okay, little update. 1 hour 59 minutes left of the training. Currently sitting and averaging 166 BPM heart rate. So I must be a little bit fatigued today. This is the end of my training week because the heart rate's a bit higher. Sorry. Steaming up in conjunction with the watts, so yeah, that means fatigue. So we'll crack on. Training complete, time for the shower and now relax. So that actually ended up being pretty brutal today. So 2.5 hours, 53 miles, average speed 21.1, average heart rate, what is my average heart rate? 165 BPM average heart rate, maximum 177, and 2,500 calories. So quite a brutal session today. I can feel it now, and so shower, relax, chill out, and rest the rest of today and family time. So thanks for tuning in.